Coping Skills here, back with another reaction. Today, going back to Ren. How are you doing, all my renegades out there? Man, I haven't done Ren in a while, so I'm looking forward to it. But I have done over 40 Ren reactions, and pretty much love every single one of them. Banger after banger, right? Today, we're going to do Nas Retake, Halftime. I'm excited. I'm familiar with Nas a little bit, never really listened to his stuff, but before reacting to this, I did listen to Halftime by Nas just to kind of familiarize myself with the original track that I heard a long time ago. So, yeah, I'm up to date. Recently listened to Nas's Retake, and now I'm ready for Ren. So, without further ado, let's get to it. After a brief introduction, I am Coping Skills, licensed mental health counselor in Florida, and started doing reaction videos to raise mental health awareness. My first reaction video was to High Ren. And then I went on a Ren rabbit hole journey, pretty much straight Ren all the time for like, I don't know, 20, 30, 40 videos. I can't remember how many. And man, it was a good time. So always love doing Ren reaction. Any case, yeah, let's get to this one. Halftime by Ren.
Let loose in the booth and I came to introduce them. I proof juice like a flaming sambuca. Halftime 3-point hoop, hallelujah. Views oblongata and I severed the medulla.
So, real quick, right from the beginning, it's definitely the exact same beat from Nas, right? Until he started in with his vocals, and the vocals are very different. So this is his retake, same beat, different words. Words are all Ren, right? There I noticed Flamin' Sambuca, which is like a high proof juice, he said, alcohol content, right? So yeah, all that makes sense. And then he said halftime hoop, so there's definitely halftime during a basketball game. So yeah, we'll go back and listen to it again, but just kind of want to get a feel for it, and it's definitely the same beat as Nas's version. So.
Let loose in the booth and I came to introduce them. I proof juice like a flaming sambuca. Halftime 3-point hoop, hallelujah. Views oblongata and I severed the medulla. Cause rap without Ren is like a skull without a brain, dude. Or like a fig on it with no one to complain to. Hockey without ice or China without rice. The Bible without Christ. Vindaloo with no spice. Playing snakes and ladders with no dice. Day without night, like mine without an earlobe bite. I keep it tight. Left, right, fake, dodge and evade an uppercut. Fuck 'em up in many various ways. Nefarious gaze, moving through precarious days. When we're moving through the rubble, trouble there in my veins.
Man, he is not taking a breath. He is just spitting. And it makes sense because like the first words out of his mouth were something about being in the booth, right? So recording. And then he went through some severed the medulla oblongata, right? Or the medulla is in the head, so severed the head. But yeah, let me hear it again, just so I can get the reference right.
Introduced I proof juice like a flaming sambuca. Halftime 3-point hoop, hallelujah. Views oblongata and I severed the medulla. Cause rap.
Yeah, so medulla is just reference to the head. The medulla oblongata, right? I think is controls anger a bit, so makes sense to be angry to cut somebody's head off, but also wanting to cut off the anger.
Views oblongata, nascevo the medulla. Cause rap without Ren is like a skull without a brain, dude. Or like a fig on it with no one to complain to.
I'm curious what word it is there. But obviously somebody who does a lot of complaining, right? But he bleeped it out, and then there's a skull without a brain, so rap without Ren. So I'm pretty sure that this is basically a flex track. So that's awesome. He's having fun, and he does a bunch of these little kind of metaphors, playing with the words of things that go hand in hand, right? So, man, I like them all. The one that made me laugh a little bit was the Mike Tyson, I think, without an earlobe bite. Yeah, let's keep going.
Dude, or like a fig on it with no one to complain to. Hockey without ice or China without rice. The Bible without Christ. Vindaloo with no spice. Playing snakes and ladders with no dice.
Who doesn't love Vindaloo? Indian food dish. Gotta get a little spicy. So I'm on board with that one.
No spice. Playing snakes and ladders with no dice. Day without night. Like Mike without an earlobe bite. I keep it tight. Left, right, fake, dodge and evade. An uppercut. Fuck 'em up in many various ways. Nefarious gaze. Moving through precarious days. When we're moving through the rubble, trouble there in my veins. Librarian brain. Pull up a barbarian slang. Performing like I'm global warming. Music making it rain. I'm pimping my pain. Prostitute of all that's insane. Put my problems on the paper and the sales will rain. The sales will rise. Pyro with the patch on his eye. Get you hooked up on the music, say like I. It's like raps to the music when I'm feeding them pie. That's pie raps, can't relax on the waviest guy. Like yo, raps bring the bubonic flow, move the tectonic place when I step to the show. So cold. I know a couple people don't fuck with it, they can just suck on it, zip it then go. Thanks, bro.
And he is just going. I did notice something, but it wasn't. I can't take credit for it because I read the top comment as I was kind of pulling up the video, and it was Ren's comment, and he said something about one of the things he was happiest about was that when he stopped and paused there, the light behind him hit 0. So I kind of watched for that, but it was because of Ren's comment. It wasn't because I saw it, but that's pretty cool that he's kind of doing this one take video down the street with traffic, kind of timing things, and then the crosswalk lands on 0 when he pauses and kind of does like a little spin with the camera work. I don't know, is this Sam? Is this one of his other guys doing the camera work here? Solid for sure. Yeah, let's go back a little bit. I got a little bit lost when he said something about nefarious gaze. But then he said something about pimping his pain, but then writing it down. Yeah, I need to hear it again to catch the meaning of that bit. Here we go.
We're moving through the rubble, trouble there in my veins. Librarian brain, pull up a barbarian slang. Performing.
Librarian brain, smart. Barbarian slang, strong.
Like I'm global warming, music making it rain.
Making it rain. Global warming makes it rain more because there's more water in the atmosphere. But also making it rain, like having money, right?
I'm pimping my pain, prostitute of all that's insane. Put my
prostitute of all that's insane, and pimping his pain. Well, I mean, Ren is definitely known for, his health issues, his health condition, his pain. The pain that he's been through reminds me of Seven Sins, right? When he's talking about clawing at the laminate and how much pain he's been in. So we all know that Ren has been through pain, and a lot of his art is from that pain. So that's probably what he means by writing it down, pimping his pain. Songs that he writes, he is making money off of his pain. And I remember in his 1,000,000 subscriber video, he really touchingly said that one of the most nefarious things in his life is a source of some of his greatest successes, and that helped to justify all the pain a little bit. So I think that's all in the mix here with him pimping his pain. Yeah, let's keep going.
Problems on the paper and the sales will raise. The sales will rise. Pirate with the
So sales, that's a double, right? So sales on a ship, but also sales of his merchandise. And man, he did just release some merch. It was awesome. I went on there to go look at it, and like everything was sold out, especially in my size. I'm a bigger guy, so the bigger sizes went quick. You know, size 12 shoes gone, XL everything gone. So yeah, but it's all right. Maybe there'll be some more at some point, because it's some nice clothes. In any case, I'm rambling on. Let's get back to this.
the patch on his eye. Get you hooked up on the music, sailor. I. It's like
So patches as I reference to pirates, I, sailor talk. But yeah, let's go back a little bit because I think I missed a
it's
little
on the
bit.
paper and the sales will raise. The sales will rise. Pirate with the patch on his eye. Get you hooked up on the music, sailor.
Hook, Captain Hook.
Pirate with the patch on his eye. Get you hooked up on the music, sailor. I. It's like rats to the music when I'm feeding them pie. That's pirates, can't relax on the waviest sky. Like, yo, rats bring the beat.
So pirates, I like that. I think there's like a triple. Let me listen to it again.
Pie, that's pirates, can't relax on the waviest sky.
Pirates.
It's like rats to the music when I'm feeding them pie. That's pirates, can't relax on the waviest sky. Like, yo, rats bring the bubonic flow, move the tectonic plates when I step to the show. So cold. I know a couple people don't fuck with it, they can just suck on it, zip it then go. Thanks, bro.
So yeah, he mentions rats, pirates. That's clever, but also the bubonic plague was transferred by rats, and one of the ways that it was migrated was rats stowaway on ships, pirate ships, also other ships. But that's a main way that the bubonic plague spread across regions, was because of the rats stowing away on ships and then going aboard when they reached land and infecting a bunch of the people on the ship as well. So little tidbit, interesting. But yeah, he wove that in there too. He's a smart guy.
So cold. I know a couple people don't fuck with it, they can just suck on it, zip it then go. Thanks, bro. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I'm shining like a diamond, though, when pressure makes a rhyming diamond. This was by design, you know, when isotope, a proton and a neutron in the nuclei and splits an atom in the fraction, a reaction. Supersize me and not supersize my oil.
All right, so we got some little science bars in there, right? Yeah, so diamond, pressure makes a diamond, and that's true. A diamond is really just carbon compressed over a long period of time, immense pressure, right? If you've ever seen the movie, I think it's Superman 2, the original, Richard Donner. It might be Superman 3. I think it's Superman 3, where with Richard Pryor, Superman grabs some coal, compresses it in his hand, makes a diamond, puts it on a ring to give to, I think, his friend. I don't think that's the ring that he gave Lois. It was the ring that he gave, what's her name? Lana Lang, who's a redhead in that. And that character, Lana Lang, ended up playing the mother in the series Smallville. Little factoid from my Superman fandom. But yeah, so anyway, Superman creates a diamond by just crushing a lump of coal in his hand. So, yep, that's how diamonds are made. Probably everybody knows that, and I'm belaboring a point, but I think it's cool. And then he says an isotope and split an atom, and then mentions a nucleus, a proton, and a neutron. So, if you don't know, a nucleus of an atom is made up of protons and neutrons. You split them, you get an atomic reaction. It's called fission, right? Fusion is when you smush two atoms together and their nucleus combine. Fission is when you split an atom into two and it creates an explosion. Both of them create explosions. But that's the difference between a fission bomb and a fusion bomb, or a fission reaction and a fusion reaction, if you care. So yeah, he mentions all the little pieces there of an explosion, right? Of a atomic explosion.
I mean, this was by design, you know, an isotope, a proton and a neutron in the nuclei, and splits an atom in a fractionated reaction.
But an isotope is something different. That's when an atom is weighted differently. So typically you have neutrons, which are neutral charge, protons, which are positive charge in the nucleus, and then you have electrons kind of surrounding the nucleus, and they need to be even. But an isotope is where there's additional elements in play, making it uneven, right? Or extra nucleus, just making it heavier. So anyway, not sure if you care about that, but that's what it is. So lots of protons and neutrons and whatnot. An unweighted atom.
Diamond, though, when pressure makes a rhyming diamond. This was by design, you know, an isotope, a proton and a neutron in the nuclei, and splits an atom in a fractionated reaction. Supersize me and not supersize my order. Fries on the side, I'm a big whopping author. Big Mac, rest in peace, big, rest in peace, Mac, rest in peace, Pac, rest in peace, Pete, rest in peace, rap. We lose all the grace like that, so put respect upon their names while they still intact. That's why I rap upon this beat that was deep for Nas. I might never reach the level, I'll salute with bars. Coming to bring in the deep.
Okay, well, I didn't expect him to amp it up right there, but that's pretty cool. Well, I noticed the supersized bar, but then he said a big whopping order, like a Whopper, but then he said Big Mac, and that's like a McDonald's hamburger, but then he was talking about rappers at that point, so that was a little double there too. Whopper was a double, also Big Mac was a double. So let's go back a bit and see if we can catch all the greats that he mentioned there.
Me and not supersize my order. Fries on the side, I'm a big whopping author. Big Mac, rest in peace, big, rest in peace, Mac, rest in peace, Pac, rest in.
So Big Mac, big as in Biggie, Pac as in Tupac. Let's go back again.
The side, I'm a big whopping author. Big Mac, rest in peace, big, rest in peace, Mac, rest in peace, Pac, rest in peace, Pete, rest in peace, rap. We lose all the grace like that, so put respect upon their names while they still intact. That's why I rap upon this beat that was deep for Nas. I might never reach the level, I'll salute with bars. I'm coming to bring in the DP, I'm when I ain't singing the bee's knees. What a ridiculous MC, sounds so ridiculous repeat. When I ain't spitting it properly, when in biology, no one can follow me. What an anomaly, thick shit and quick wit makes girls wet and dick stiff. I'm so tongue in cheek with my tongue in your cheek. I never sleep, cause death is the cousin of sleep. I never rest, cause sleep is the cousin of death. So save your breath. Stop the tape, press pause and eject.
Okay, well, I guess that's the end of the song. I didn't even realize. He went over that pretty quick, so I'm gonna stop there. But I remember I think the cousin of death, sleep is the cousin of death line. I think he had it in a different song, and it sounded familiar, and I think it's from I think that's a Nas bar that he had taken. I remember the comments kind of filling me in on that, so that makes sense that it's there. And then he had some cheeky bars in there about things getting stiff and wet. but there were some other things in there I wanted to catch. So
Coming to bring in the DP, I'm on there singing the bee's knees.
what was
I'll salute with bars. I'm coming to bring in the DP, I'm on there singing the bee's knees. What a ridiculous MC.
the bee's knees? So that's an old phrase, right? You're the bee's knees, just you're the best, basically. It's like a 50s or 60s term, I think, really, maybe 70s. So that's pretty old school, but it's just another flex there. Yep.
Some ridiculous repeat. When I ain't spitting it properly, bang biology, no one can follow me. But an anomaly, thick shit and quick wit makes girls wet and dick stiff. I'm so tongue in cheek with my tongue in your cheek. I never sleep, cause death is the cousin of sleep. I never rest, cause sleep is the cousin of death. So save your breath. Stop the tape, press pause and eject.
Yeah, man. Rin is a lyricist to the core. And man, it takes a lot for me to catch those bars. I'm not a natural at doing that, so I'm sorry it took a little while. I had to listen to it several times, but man, that was a heck of a flex trap. He's shoved so much stuff in there, right? In only like 2 minutes. That was just packed full of Ren goodness. From a mental health perspective, some of the things that he said were interesting in terms of his journey. I like the sever the medulla with the medulla oblongata bar, kind of a way to express anger but also get rid of anger. Anger is something that plagues us all, so learning how to process that and manage it and kind of letting it go is a huge challenge for most people, or at least a good portion of people really struggle with anger management. And that is something that takes a long time, especially if you struggle. You have like natural kind of mellowness, but even if you do, everybody erupts in anger at one point or another. So learning how to process that is very important. And the other thing that kind of struck me from a mental health perspective was when he was talking about writing it down and pimping his pain, but it didn't start off as the reason for it. I think that he started off writing it down as a coping skill to process all the pain that he was going through, and whether it be physical pain or mental pain. Anguish is something that you have to process. If you just hold on to it and you let it build and build, it has an exponential effect, right? If you keep it processed and you keep it managed, then it never builds up. So you have to be diligent in processing those things that bring you pain. Otherwise, you're kind of setting yourself up for more pain. So whether you do that through a variety of coping skills or talking about it and processing it with friends or a professional like myself, just process it. But, well, thank you all for listening to me blather on quite a bit over a 2-minute song. But, man, I really enjoy Ren, and I like to really put my mind to Ren's work. He's kind of one of the reasons that I got into doing reaction videos at all, because somebody recommended, well, a client recommended Hi Ren, and I was off to the races. So, yeah, thanks for sticking around. Until the next time, maybe click on one of these things and keep listening. Ciao.